What is good, tubers? Deepizzle here. I just wanted to come at you guys with a comic book review. Today we're gonna be reviewing Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy issue number one. I know this comic, like if you keep up with the comics, this actually came out, I wanna say last week, last Wednesday. I'm just real late. Wasn't really in the mood to pick up comics. And honestly, after reading this, I don't have much to say. It's not that bad. Like, I was going into it thinking, like, it would be man hating and terrible and just a bad book. But honestly, I liked it. It wasn't that bad. Personally, I have my own like little gripes with the Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy relationship. Mainly on the Poison Ivy side. And I will get into this part. It's a pretty like good book. Let's see if we can find the part here. Not trying like, well, I'll show you guys, but I'm trying like to show you because copyright and Warner Brothers, poor Warner Brothers. Like they go so far. Like Ivy when she turned into this monster thing right here. That was interesting. But okay, the one thing that pisses me off about the whole like Poison Ivy character now is they did her so good in Rebirth. Like they got her back into like her human form where she was white with her red hair like she always has, and I mean she still has her red hair in like this series, but they changed her to where she's green skinned because spoilers if you don't read Heroes in Crisis, she died. She got killed by, spoiler for, I don't know, for some reason, Wally West, because he went bonkers for some reason, some idiotic reason probably. Uh, but yeah, and she died and she came back in a flower and now she's green again. Like, I remember when she was green in No Man's Land, and that No Man's Land, check it out, awesome comic, but like that was fine and it was okay. Like, but I mean, they did her so good in Rebirth when she was just white with her red hair. And like she still had her poison immunity and all of that. I mean, she could still control plants and shit. She just wasn't green. And I think that's like my one pet peeve. Also, like, why does she need to control plants? It was fine when she would just like use a toxin, then she had like her immunity. But I mean, whatever. I'm not like saying it's a bad thing that she can control plants. Personally, I think it's awesome. But I'm just like, so you go from this to this, and I guess that's what it is now, and that's how like they see her. And like I honestly I blame the animated series. I don't. I want to say that they changed it like before the animated series like hit, but I'm pretty sure I think it's after. Um, So, yeah, because in the animated series, before she started out, she was white and all she had was her red hair. Then, like, in the fourth season of Batman and Robin, The New Adventures, they changed a lot of the characters. Like, they were skinnier and darker and everything was different, and she was like slimmer and like more, had like more like the sex appeal to her, I guess you could say, and she was green. And I'm like, really, really, really. Don't get me don't get me wrong. Like I said before, I I love the Poison Ivy character. I don't think she needs to be green all the time. That's why I fell in love again in Rebirth, because like she wasn't green. Like, I mean, I like her. Just it's just really annoying. Same thing I feel like about like Barbara Gordon, but all they did was made her walk. Like she had this big like defining like moment for a lot of like disabled people. I guess you could say it's like representation, but not really. She just got like shot and paralyzed. But a lot of like disabled people looked up to her, and that was awesome. But then like they couldn't have her in a chair, so they brought her back, and now she's Batgirl again. You're kidding, right? You must be kidding, because that's ridiculous. It makes no sense. Why? Because we can't have legacy heroes, just like how Bendis aged up like John for no reason. Because Superman can't have a kid, even though all you did was age him up, and he's still technically Lois and Clark's son. So yeah. Well, other than that, that's about it. This was really a review of the comic. I mean, it was okay. At the end, you find out that like the Floronic Man, ugh, that's a mouthful. Floronic Man is like he comes and he captures Harley and Ivy. Let me see. There's like a picture of him right there. So yeah, that happens, and then there's only 2 issues out now. It's a 6-issue miniseries, so I mean it shouldn't take you like that long to read, I'm pretty sure. Or you could just wait for the trade. I have a hard time waiting for things, so I get the paper floppy copies. Which, I mean, comic books are dying. It breaks my heart, and it makes me sad. I'm trying to support like the industries that I love any way I can. But I mean, if they keep putting out shit, I don't know how I'm gonna keep supporting them. I'm just gonna buy what I can and like not buy what I just don't want to. I mean, yeah. So that's all for this video. If you liked it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, tubers. Later.